Hello and welcome to today's Facecast. It's a sunny morning. We hope it's going to be a lovely day. Today's passage is a New Testament passage. It comes from one of St. Paul's letters, and it's the letter to the Philippians. So that's a church in Philippi. Paul had visited Philippi, a small city, and set up a church there to begin with, and now he's writing to them to encourage them. And I hardly need to lift my Bible to read this because it's such a familiar verse. It's from chapter 4, and it's verse 4, which says, "Rejoice in the Lord always. Again, I say rejoice." Just that one passage. When you read Philippians, there are so many big, important doctrinal passages in it. It's not a long book, it's only 4 chapters, but it's so packed full of good stuff. And my diary told me today that this was the one passage, the one verse I was to read. Rejoice in the Lord always. Again, I say rejoice. It's such an important command from Paul as well, because unless we're rejoicing in the Lord, unless we are happy in what we are doing, pleased in our life, if we are full of joy for one another, then that will expand into the rest of the world around us and all the people around us. Now, there's something quite interesting about this particular verse in this particular context. And we will often say that context is everything. You might think it's easy for these people of the New Testament who had Jesus with them only a short time before to be full of the Christian faith and full of love and joy. Well, they didn't have to live through the things that I'm going through and so on. They didn't have to live through coronavirus and lockdown and all of those things. When Paul is writing this letter, he's in prison in Rome, facing his death. And yet he writes to the people in Philippi, "Rejoice in the Lord always. Again, I say to you," he says, "rejoice." We should be rejoicing in all circumstances, not because of the circumstances we're in, not necessarily because of the life that we have or all those things around us. We should rejoice for what Jesus has done for us. We should never let go of or allow that to be clouded by anything else. What Jesus has done for us in going to the cross in our place is a cause of rejoicing. And that we have that in common today, all of us who follow Jesus, that we have that in common today is a cause for rejoicing. Now, perhaps you're viewing this and you're not someone who's a Jesus follower. Perhaps you're a skeptic. Perhaps you're an out-and-out atheist. Rejoice in the Lord always. And again, I say rejoice. It's such a wonderful maxim for anyone to follow, no matter what their background or what their circumstances or situation. If you can rejoice in something, then you can overcome something. If you are in a difficult situation, if you have a difficult life, rejoice, give thanks, be praiseworthy to others, help others, assist people, give of yourself. And at the end of the day, sit back and rejoice that you had another day to live, because this life is short and we've got to make the most of it. Rejoice in the Lord always. Again, I say, rejoice.